The actual class, we have lots and lots of lengthening, elongation of the spine, and elongation, creating space, length, and some arching. You have everything in this class, but those are the focal points. So reach up, interlace fingers, press palms up. Lengthen, look upward, and breathe. Inhale and exhale. And then arms out to the sides, hands come behind the back, interlace fingers, roll the shoulders back, squeeze shoulder blades, look up, and chin down. And once again, look up, inhale, exhale, chin down. Side bend, look to your left or to your right. You're going to reach up and over. And if you find that one sitting bone comes up, anchor down. And there's your elongation, reaching. Some of you can drop your elbow down, reach through the fingers. Breath in, exhale. And one more, inhale. And release, coming out. And the other side, reach up high, inhale. Exhale over. Maybe your elbow can come down. It's fine if you're propped up by your hand. The invitation to go deeper, to explore movement. Breath in, exhale, and release. Okay, so we'll keep the legs crossed as they are and circle. So you could be upright as you circle, or you could really swing forward and try to move through the shoulders. I know at least 3 of you are outside, which is so nice. And over. Okay. And then reverse the circle. Turning, shifting. We'll shift the legs in a moment. Yeah, breathe. And really move in through your shoulders. Okay, and we'll reverse the leg crossing, but first you'll stretch the legs out and flex, point, and again, flex and point. And reverse the legs. Let's see, how was I? I don't know. I can't remember. Okay, I think that's it. And circle. It feels the same. And circle. Exhale forward. And inhale upward. One more in this direction. Down. And up. And then reverse. Down. And up. And down. And up. Good. And down. And up. Great. So as we're here, we'll twist. What I will say is we'll start out with the easy twist. You can go left or right. It shouldn't matter. So hand across knee, long spine, and look past your shoulder. Good. And then the other direction, hand across knee, long spine, and twist, looking past your shoulder. Good. And release. So we have another twist. You'll stretch your legs out before the second twist. Let's take the hands behind us. So fingertips pointing in. And then as you're here, you're going to bend your elbows. Walk back, elbows want to splay out. Squeeze elbows into each other. Lift your sternum. Look up and breathe. Exhale. Turn the hands. Fingertips moving back. Little fingers moving towards each other. Roll the shoulders back. Look up. This time chin down. Look past one shoulder. Look towards your hands and your peripheral vision. Maybe you can see your hands. Turn the other way. Look back. Reach up. Extend. reach through the arms. So at first you're just making like an L shape with your body, and then come forward. So if you're back round, see if you can extend your spine. Maybe you need a strap here. Maybe you're okay wrapping index finger, middle finger around the big toes. Drop your legs down. Really feel like your legs are pressing down. You're reaching forward, lowering your head to or towards your knees. Now, I know my back round, so from time to time, I'll extend and then come forward again. Breath in. Exhale. Good. And then we come up, and here is the twist. So it could be that you bring one leg over the other, and that's, it would be your left. Okay, that's kind of how we started. So left, or folding the lower leg in, and both sitting bones are down. So this is my left leg on top. Right arm up in the air, elbow across knee. You could hug the knee or elbow across knee and twist. So really moving through the spine. If you find like you're collapsing, lift, turn, and look past your shoulder and breathe. Exhale. So the twists help to render the spine more elastic. And release. We're coming to tabletop. So you extend your legs. If that doesn't work with your wrist, you can always do bridge. Okay. So where your knees are, your heels draw up. Take a breath in, press pelvis up into the air, look up at the ceiling, lift your pelvis, tilt your head back. Inhale. Exhale. Lower, 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 and then release your wrists. Okay. Second side of the twist. Do the variation you did on side one. Okay. So see if you, instead of sitting back on your tailbone, you're trying to really sit forward. Right leg's on top, left arm up in the air. Breathe in. Hand or elbow across knee. Twist. And look back. Again, that nice way of limbering up the spine. Deep breath in. Exhale. Nice. Release. Come on out. Stretching your legs out. And as you stretch your legs out, kind of shake them out a little bit. Reach your arms up. We've got another forward fold. Lengthen. Create space. Create an L shape with your body. And then come forward. So again, the back might want around. Extend. Look ahead of you. Exhale. Bring your head forward and breathe. Flex. Push out through the heels. Using a strap is fine. And my guess is if you're using a strap, it's probably better to really keep your back straightened because of the strap indicates tightness, and there might be a tendency to over round the back in not a good way, right? Reach up, extend. Now, tabletop, bridge, easiest, tabletop, intermediate, and you could do reverse plank, which requires a little more. So the hands are behind you. You're going to take a breath in and start to press up. So as you press up, toes pointing forward, look up or look back, breath in. Exhale. And lower. And then once you lower, roll out the wrists, rolling out the wrists. Good. So we're coming to a wide pose, but one leg extended, one knee bent. Okay. So we're gonna first come forward, and it might be that you can't come forward very far. We'll try these different movements. So see what is possible. Maybe you can lower. Again, the back might round, so you might say, oh, I have to be extended spine. Some can lower the head down. Okay, breathe in. Exhale. It's a lot of stretch to the extended legs, inner thigh. Now you're going to turn and you're going over, and again, the back hip might come up. You're going over this bent knee. And you might say, oh, I can't go over very far, or maybe you can, and I'm basically lying over the bent knee. Breath in, exhale. So for me, my sitting bone came up to go there. Press up. Now you're turning and you're looking at the straight leg. Adjust as necessary, and you're going to lift your arms. And again, you're going to reach. Maybe your strap comes in handy. It's not a side bend. It's more a lower movement. So you're trying to reach your head towards knee. And if you have lots of flexibility, your hands are reaching the outside foot and lower. Breathe in. Exhale. So here you get a nice spinal stretch as well. The fourth movement is a side bend movement. So now here's another way to do it. Here, bring opposite hand to opposite knee, side bend, and we're really kind of limited, and I can't go very far in this, but it gets you in the place you want to be, then you reach for your foot and you come over in the side bend movement. So what you learn by reaching for your foot is that there's a little twist involved as you reach over. There's a slight rotation as you reach over. Some can connect, some use a strap. Breathe in. Exhale, spinal elongation, arches. Nice. Come on up and we'll take it the other side. So when you come out, you may want to just bring your legs through center and pitter patter and hear that sound for yourself. And we have second side. So one knee bent, one leg extended. And as we begin, we're going to come forward. So I should have, maybe I should show more variations. And okay, so when you come forward, maybe it's like, oh, I can't come forward very far. Maybe you do. Maybe your head comes onto the block. For me, what tends to happen, ideally I'm keeping both sitting bones down. My sitting bone of the extended leg tends to come up. So see what happens for you as you lower. Breathing in, exhale. One more breath here. Inhale, exhale. Press up. Now you're turning towards go ahead and go for a twist first. Turn towards the bent knee. And then you're going to lie over this knee. So again, you might say, oh no, I can't do that. I'll be here. Or maybe the block comes in handy, reaching, and perhaps head reaching down. In this case, I just like lie over the leg and my far sitting bone has come up and breathe. Part 2. Let's press up. And part 3, you turn. Now you're turning towards your straight leg. Use a strap if you need to. Reach your arms up and reach forward. Maybe you're reaching for shin bone, ankle, foot. Using a strap is fine. And if you can reach for the outside foot. So left arm, outside foot, and then you lower. So you're really stretching into the left side of your back. Lower your head and breathe from time to time. Extend, especially if you feel like your back is very rounded. Let's come up, reach up, and the fourth one is a side bend movement. Reach your arms up and come over. So remember, we did something, and I don't usually do this, but it helps. So I twist towards the bent knee, then I extend, and I think, well, I can never reach, but this is what I'm doing, is cultivating the rotation. Then I come over and side bend. So reaching up and over, side bending. Breath in, exhale. The lower hand, maybe reaching for the foot or using a strap. Deep breath in. Exhale. Feel the stretch to your lower back. Wonderful. Release. Come on out. And then stretch your legs forward and just shake them out. Good. Good work. So we'll come onto our backs. And here's what I'll say. I know some have blocks, so I'll also bring about, I'll add some ideas for those of you with blocks. So you're coming onto your back, and let's go ahead and come into bridge pose. First, pull knees into chest. And let's feel really good just to, kind of lie on your back and be here. This in itself is stretching out the lower back and the area right at the hamstring insertion by the sitting bone. Feet press down. We're going to come up and down, let's say 4 times. Press up, arch into your back, tuck shoulders underneath you, lift, 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 and lower and pull knees to chest. And again, push feet into the mat, lift, 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 clasping hands, tucking shoulders underneath you, and breathe. Yep. And lower and pull knees into chest, stretching the lower back. 2 more. Press up, lift. Maybe each time you feel, wow, I'm able to get more into my spine, lifting pelvis higher, lower. Let's go ahead and go to happy baby and just go wide with the knees, stretching your lower back, breathing in. Exhale. The 4th one is held, okay, a little longer. So you're pressing up and you're really arching into your back. Tuck the shoulders underneath you. You could reach, some like to reach for the heels, some have palms down, some clasp the hands. And take a moment here. This is so nice to be strong in the back, be strong. Glutes are strong, hamstrings strong. They should be open, but they should also be strong. Right now, this is about strength. And lower. And as you lower, rest your back for a moment. Take your head side, side. Nice. And then take hold of your feet, happy baby, and stretch your lower back. You may want to rock. Some like to stay center. Elbows are to the inside knees. Breathe in. Exhale. 1 more breath in and release. So what my idea is, you could use a block, a bolster, and I know not everybody has props. So I will show for those who do, and then you'll be in this, and then I'll guide the others. So if you do have a block, it's kind of nice to lie over the block because, this is arching, right? So you go over the block, your shoulder blades may be hanging off the block, your pelvis is down, extend the legs, lower your head. If your head doesn't come down, you need to support it. If your head comes down, let your head drop down, arms could be up overhead. So not everybody has the block. So what I'm going to say, and if you have a bolster that works, anything, but if you don't, then you'll follow along with me. It's fish pose. So and one thing, can you watch this for a moment? There's a simpler way to do fish where I don't have to lift my head very much. I have to show it like this, where I just kind of arch a little bit, and it's really, really not much, okay? The way I'm going to show is more, but that this can be modified, okay? So I tend to start out with my knees bent. I slip my hands under the pelvis, tuck shoulders underneath. Arms are straightened, palms are down, and then I extend the legs, toes pointing. Now I can lift my elbows, I can arch back, tilt the head back, and then bring the top of the head down. So as you come into the pose, point the toes, breathe in. Exhale. It's a really extended upper body. And we're going to come out lower, not holding too long. And once you lower, you free your hands, okay? Have your feet wide, just go side, side, release your back. And we'll do some leg stretches. We won't be, they'll be the kind of the last ones we'll do on our backs, okay? Rock and roll, we'll do the leg stretches, rock and roll. All right, so strap might come in handy, and some of you don't need a strap. So right leg up in the air, left leg down. Maybe you can hold your foot. Yeah, these make me think about Julie Newcomb. Yeah. So as you're here, taking a moment to stretch, good work. And you're, you know, so I would say if you're using a strap and your legs make an L shape, that's great. That's great. That's what you're working towards, okay? But if you're holding with your arm, then it's because you probably have the flexibility to go past that line, okay? But let's say that the goal would be to at least make it towards the L shape, all right? When you're here, like your leg is like, that means, oh, this is something I should probably practice every day. Let's take the leg out to the side, extend, and your free arm reaches out, T position. You could look up at the ceiling. Breath in, exhale. We're not holding too long. You're going to take opposite hand to opposite foot or strap, and you're going to pause just at that place where your hip is still down, and you have so I'm not up. I've just kind of come over a little bit. Breathe in. Exhale. Once again, breath in. Exhale. We're going to come over. Try to anchor your shoulder down. Come into the twist and breathe. Nice stretch to the outer leg. Can be intense, even more intense when you're standing, right? Come back to center. Now hug your knee to chest, lift your head, bring your head to knee. If you can, hold your foot and breathe. Good. We're going to do second side, extending that leg and taking hand to foot, or of course using a strap if you need to. And remember all these little things. If you're way back here with your strap, well, something to practice. Make it your goal maybe to have an L shape. That's good. In fact, when you are able to reach and you go over more, I mean, that's you know, it's a very deep stretch, right? Breath in. Exhale. Lengthening. And we keep going back to the dedication to the invitation. The invitation. What is the invitation? The invitation to live life fully. The invitation to delve into your yoga practice fearlessly. To delve deeply. Let's go ahead and take the leg out to the side. Try to keep your hip down and using strap, of course, if necessary. Breathe in. Exhale. One more breath in. Exhale. Not holding too long. So reach, extend, let's reverse, holding. You're taking your leg across, and we're going to just go part way. Try to keep your hip down, go part way, stretching the outer leg, flex your ankle, bravely going to the stretch. It's intense. And coming all the way over into your twist. Adjust, whatever you have to do. Extend your other arm. You can look up the ceiling or look away from the stretched leg. Breath in. Exhale. And release and hug your knee to chest. Lift your head to knee, and maybe you can reach for your foot and breathe. Good. And lower. Good work. So we're going going to come to up. We're going to do a few rolling back and forth. I think I'll keep my hair up like that because we have to go back, and just make sure you have space back there for plow. And I know not everybody does plow, so I'll just bring it. I'll show you. Let's do a modified one. So you come down in the modified one, you reach for your shin bones or so, and then you come up. All right. For plow, your hands can help you flip, reach your feet to the floor up overhead, come out, and soles of the feet together, lengthen, and then lower your head towards your feet or to your feet. Lift, lengthen, shift back, plow, and lower, soles of the feet together, lengthen your spine, and come down. The last one, inhale, press back, all the way back, stretch your back, elongation, come up, extend, and lower your head and breathe. Nice. And be upright. Okay, so we're going to come to kneeling. And as you come to kneeling, some like to have a little extra padding. Okay, so with a little sequence that we'll do. If anyone did sessions with me yesterday, this little sequence I did yesterday, it's a great one. Okay, it's lock gait, but there's just a little difference in it. So, alrighty, extend one leg, toes pointing outward. You could have your feet facing forward or toes pointing outward. Inhale, reach up, extend, breath in, and come over to locked gait. So it's not about coming forward, it's really being, going into your side. Jaws relaxed, breath in, exhale. Bend your top elbow, bring your hand to your neck. Elbow should point up, not forward. Lengthen. So hand down, it becomes a twist. Swing your arm up, reach up, and reach your arm back, and breathe. Exhale. You can arch your back here. Really arch, breathe. Same arm is going to come down and slip under the standing arm and lower. So you're going to find that it's harder to lower. Maybe you can't lower all the way. Maybe you can. I can't get my shoulder down. Let me see. Today, kind of close. I can get my shoulder down, but you may not be able to. Okay, come up, hands down, and then take the other arm, reach up, and you're going to thread the needle. Thread through, reach your hand towards your foot. Maybe you reach your foot, maybe not. Have your shoulder down, look up at the ceiling. Breathe in, exhale. Breathe into the back, come up, kneeling. There's a lot of twisting in that. So from kneeling, we'll do a few camels, right? So you could start out with heels raised. And maybe the best you can do is hands are on your back. That's fine. Some can go hands on thighs. Some can go half camel. One arm reaching up, one arm reaching for your heel. Lower, if you're doing half camel, and switch, reach up, extend, lower. Come back to child's pose. As you come to child's pose, reach for your heels, lower your head. Your knees can be close together or apart. Come up to second side. We'll come back to camel on the second side. So extend, reach, inhale, locked gait, coming over. I know I'm not really using left, right, so hopefully that worked out for you. And take a moment here to lengthen your spine. Inhale, exhale. Wow, I'm looking at the park. It's just beautiful, beautiful day. the invitation to go out and play, to be present, to play, have a playfulness with your yoga practice, to open windows, taking your hand down. And so we're going to swing up. So I like go past the extended leg all the way up, lift and reach your arm back and breathe. Inhale, exhale, reach back. The arm that's in the air comes down. It's going to thread under. It's very odd. It's going away from the extended leg. Drop down so you can get your shoulder down or closer to the floor. And then come up. Now that hand that was in the air comes down, and the other arm reaches up, the outside arm, and then thread through, reach, get your shoulder. Now your shoulder will come down and breathe. Maybe you can reach the foot, maybe not. Breath in. So these are also ultimately very good for the neck. Come on up. And we have camel. So do what you did earlier. Extend the arms or half camel, or we're going to do two here. So maybe you're doing half camel holding, and you're pressing your pelvis forward, lifting your heart center, rendering the spine more elastic, more youthful. Breath in. Exhale and release, and drop down, hip to heel, lower. Bring your arms forward and breathe. Last camel, come up. So maybe you're doing the other half, maybe your heels are raised, or maybe your feet are flattened this time. Press back, reach, reach. Once you reach, press your pelvis forward and breathe. Release, bring your arms forward, lower your head. Downward facing dog, perfect counter pose for those back bending poses. Downward facing dog, I want you to pedal. Bend one knee, press opposite heel down. Back and forth. Back and forth. Now, I think the blanket will be necessary. I'm just changing the orientation of the blanket. And then from here, we're going to take the right leg up into the air. Swing the leg up high. Keep your pelvis squared. Swing your foot forward. And another elongation pose is Crescent Moon on Janayasana. Knee is down, pelvis is forward, and then lift. So what's nice is you can decide. You can say, oh, I need to be careful on this. I'm going to be back. Some are like, oh, I can come forward, shifting your weight forward. Reach the arms up, extend, breathe in, arch back, nice open spine. Heart center open, create length. This is so nice, create length. Yeah. When you've created length, we're gonna take your hands to heart center. Let's do a twist. In this twist, this is my right knee forward. Left hand could be on a block. For example, you're going to turn towards your forward leg. The hand is down, and some like a fist down. If your wrists are tired, you can lift the back knee or keep it down to make it easier, or back knee up, and you could also take your arm up and breathe. Deep breath in, exhale. So you see, I can move back, or I can move closer into my leg. That makes it more intense. Release, step forward. So just remember which leg, this is my right leg forward, which leg is forward for you. Step forward and be in a forward bend. Your feet can be hip distance apart. You can soften your knees, let yourself hang. Oh, we're elongating the back. Breathe in, exhale, soften the knees, come on up. And as you come up, extend the arms up into the air. Reach up and back. Hands are to heart. Side bend, reaching for maybe your right wrist and Send yourself over to the left, side bend, right side. Other direction, taking hold of your left wrist, moving to your right. Breathe in. Exhale. And back to center. Lower, forward fold. Reaching for your calves, back your knees, calves, ankles, fold in. So now, if my right foot was forward before, I'm going to step my right foot back. So now my left knee is forward, okay? And pause in your low lunge, so you're stretching your hip flexor. Always within reason. Does this make sense for your body? Are you pushing too much? And then the arms come up. So again, you could be back, you could be forward. Lengthen the spine. Reach up, create length. So you will be, you know, it's like all day long. You're going to feel all these extensions. Our goal is to maybe increase our height by anywhere from a quarter inch, maybe to an inch. 3/4 inch is not unusual. I have seen it after a class of elongation. I've actually used to have a guy who was of short stature, and he had to measure himself every class. I kid you not. We're going to twist. We actually ended up bringing a measuring tape and put it on the wall, and he would have me mark the wall with a pencil and at before and after class. It was really funny. Then the whole class started doing it. Okay, here we go. Twist, knee down or knee up. You could be far from your leg, or you can cinch it in, bring your hand closer to your foot, bring your right shoulder closer to the left knee, and whatever we're doing, we're twisting towards the bent knee. And breathe. Exhale. So the goal is to just feel longer, elongated, and you will. Nice. Release. Come on out. So we're going to step forward. As you step forward, feet can be hip distance apart. You can have your legs straightened or knees are bent. Lower your head, take your hands to your head and gently pull down. Give your neck and your spine traction. Deep breath in. Exhale. Hands onto thighs, press up. Clasp your hands behind the back, look upward. Breathe. And release. So we have windmill, and you won't need your blanket on these. For windmill, the legs are wide, and I recommend, have a block. Why not? Have a block. If you don't have a block, you're fine. You survive without a block. And if you're very, very open, you may not want a block. I'm using a block just to kind of show, okay? And reach the arms up. Extend. Lower. Bring your hands to your front thighs, push your thighs back, and reach. I'll reach my left hand to the block, and right arm comes up, and you're twisting and breathing, looking at your thumb up in the air. Yeah. So I really want to feel like the crown of the head and tailbone form a line, that my arms, like my head, my tailbone form a horizontal line. My arms form a vertical line. Breathe in. So again, I'm going to ditch the block. I feel like it's in my way. Lower and change. Use your block or no block. The block is, kind of makes it easier. Taking your arm up. Maybe I'll keep the block for the beginning and then let it go and lengthen. You'll feel this more deeply on one inner thigh. If you're turning to the left, like I am, your right inner thigh stretching more. And then again, I'm ditching the block. I have my hand down. Breathe in. Exhale. Lower. Hands onto the low back. Come on up. Reach the arms up. Hands to heart. And walk the feet together. Hands to heart. Breath in. Exhale. Let's try that again with the arms. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I think there's one more, and there's that theme, the invitation, taking it all in, learning to see the invitation, learning to see the open door, learning to see what there is, like, oh, how can I go deeper? So the invitation to yoga, in yoga, is, you know, how can I, and deeper doesn't mean necessarily deeper stretch. It's like, how do I go to those various layers, body, mind, spirit? How do I access my breath? How do I access the quiet mind? So we'll do another side bend movement. So we're extending, and let's do triangle. You could do extended angle, but triangle is so nice. You shift your pelvis. So that is important, because if you don't shift the pelvis, you end up, it's really not, I wonder if you can see that. It's really, I'm moving in weird ways. It's not effective. But if I shift my pelvis, oh, there I go. Now I've moved in through the pelvis, and I'm getting the most out of the pose. I'm feeling the inner thigh stretch. I'm moving my hip. Breath in. Exhale. Arms are in a vertical line. My lower hand does not bear much weight. Come up. We'll come forward to a forward fold. Now, in your forward fold, we're going to be reaching, usually we reach arms forward, we're going to reach the arms back. So hands can push your thighs back, flat back as you come down. And then have your hands, so your fingertips point back. If you're really tight, that might be it. Maybe you can get your palms down. Oh, maybe you can walk your hands back. Maybe you're walking your hands off your mat. Lower your head. You can go wider with your feet. But remember, I want your legs kind of more like an up and down, right? You're not shifting too far forward. Crown of the head looking down, eyes looking to the space like you're looking at the wall. Swing up. Walk your feet together. We'll have side two coming up soon. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Feel like you're a rocket about to take off when your arms are coming up. Inhale. Exhale. Grounded. And second side. So foot extended, reaching up. So remember, I could go into this and fold oddly, but I would like to move through the pelvis, shift from your pelvis, and then from there, bring your arms down. If you find that you're really forward, go back as if you're against a wall. Lower arm light and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. Exhale. Go ahead and press up, and we'll do our forward fold once again, because and we'll walk the hands out this time. So hands are onto your thighs, push, fold from the hip hinge, walk your hands forward, elongate, create space, and then what I'm having to do is like a hammock. You're going to swing and swing. Head swings. If I'm forward, swing and swing. Your hands will stay center, but your spine is moving side to side to side to side. Okay, and then finally coming up, we have a squat. When you come to your squat, you could go very wide. You might say, yep, this is it for me. This is my squat. I can't, maybe your knees or hips don't allow you to go further. and some go deeper. So when I think of, you know, elongation, I think about the places that are often compressed. Neck, sides, the spine itself, the low back, the hip joints. So we're creating space. The invitation right now to breathe into these new open spaces. Breath in, exhale. Good. I'm going to come back to sitting. You know, so I actually want to try something with you. And at the gym, we have walls. You know, we have the mirror and we bring our leg on the mirror. So I know at home we have surfaces. So I brought you to sitting, but we're gonna do a wide-legged stretch, and then we'll just see what time permits. Okay. So we're here and you're coming forward. So maybe you're like, oh, that's it. Maybe you can come forward quite a ways. So take 2 rounds of breath. That's it. Breath in, exhale. One more breath. Inhale, exhale. It's up to you how to do this. The easier way, it's C-star. The easier way is you bend your knee, you shift, you lift. Okay. And you know what? We'll do each side twice. So we'll all start out that way, and then we'll see if you can go further. Okay. Or will you repeat? Okay. So your knee is bent. Say that's your right knee. It's my right knee. My right hand goes back. My left arm swings up. I lift, and woo, there's a nice arch. I'm looking up at the sky, and I'm going to lower. Second side. One hand really close to the hip. I mean, it's very close to the hip because it's going to help prop me up. Press, reach, arch, look up, and breathe. Lower and come down. Now the legs are both. I'm trying to find a way to show it so you can actually see. So now if you want to bend your knee again, that's easier because it takes a little of the weight off the wrist. But now the legs are straightened. If you can, you're going to, your hands can both help you to come up, okay? Or maybe not. Breathe in, exhale. I'm gonna use my leg, my hand, and reach, both legs straighten, look up, breath in, exhale. The invitation to say yes, and come down, and release. And you know how this came about is a lot of stuff is happening right now, so much stuff, and not good stuff either, but it is an invitation to stand up tall, to step forward, to take some action, you know. So it's like that again. I'm seeing just life unfolding and all those invitations, you know. And then yoga, the invitation to be present, the invitation to be strong, to be flexible, to be peaceful, to have that beautiful peace of mind. Let's try it. Okay, use your hand if you like to press, reach, and arch, and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. C-star is nice. And release. So, bend your knees. I think we will try that one because we do have time. So we're going to come up, and here's what I say. If you actually don't have anything nearby, some of you are outside, I want you to be super careful if you're going to bring your leg over the railing. And some of you are going to say, no, I'm going to lie on my back, and you're just going to stretch your leg out to the side. That's fine. Another option is half moon, because it's the same kind of opening, half moon, okay? So if you want something completely different. So what I'm looking at, I'm looking for a wall, in my case, a bookshelf. Maybe you're tight and you're like, oh, got a sofa, because you're going to lean forward. Maybe your foot is on a countertop. Maybe you had to leave the screen because your wall space is further away. Okay. If I were to go way back here, I could, and can you see me still? Yeah. So sort of just, you know, you can bring your legs anywhere up on the wall. Let's try this. 2 rounds of breath per side. Reach up, over, elongate, create space. Breath in. Another breath in. Exhale. Reach your arms up. Release slowly. Some people just flop down, come out with energy. And the other side. So for the other side, I have to turn around, okay? So be careful, especially coming out. I don't want you falling, tumbling, okay? So find your surface or your half moon. Reach up and over. 2 rounds of breath. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath in. Exhale. Come on up. Elongation. Woo. And we have time. Coming down, we're coming onto our bellies. Okay. So you could be in Sphinx. Yeah, like what a transition. Okay. So your feet could be wide or feet are closer in together. And I think you're going to be surprised at what your Cobra looks like. Okay. So right now you're in Sphinx, you're pressing, maybe this is as far as you go, and it should feel pretty good. For Cobra, of course, you could do the spider hands. We do sometimes, or hands are alongside your chest, elbows tucked in. The elbows like to splay, tuck them in. Press feet down and lengthen. See what I mean? Really open. Lower. Inhale, press up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press up. And lower. And bring your forehead down. And just kind of, shift a little bit. Breath in. Exhale. You are ready for Shavasana. So you're going to come onto your backs. Be very comfortable. Anything you need here, whatever that is. If you're in the sun, maybe you're like, I need some shade. Maybe you need an open window. So just take time to completely relax your body. And we're back to the invitation. Yoga is an invitation, an opportunity. That's what I see it. Invitation is an opportunity towards the unexpected, the journey. You log on and you have no idea what's the theme going to be, unless you logged on earlier on Facebook. What's the theme? What's the dedication today? How are we going to work? And you're open. You're completely open to the invitation. You come in, you got the email. That's like the invitation. And then you logged on. You're like, I have no idea. Okay, the door is open. I guess I'll step through. Oh, there's a yoga mat there. I'll step on the yoga mat. And here you are after this journey, completely peaceful, still, relaxed, present. What is it like for you right now to be in stillness on this near perfect day? I don't know if perfection exists. This is perfect in terms of weather. So it's sort of like you match the day from the inside. You match the sunshine. From the inside, you match the blue sky. You match the trees. You match that little breeze coming through, rustling the leaves. Something inside your spirit matches the sunlight, the purity, the rays. Something inside you matches the scent of late spring, almost summer, almost full day, almost first day of summer. Something inside of you matches the long days of daylight. For a brief moment, I just want you to imagine that you are standing right by an open door. You're in front of this open door. I mean, it's not all the way open, it's kind of ajar. And you just, you see that as an invitation. So you push the door open and it's over. So it's like light and it opens so quietly, so smoothly. You walk in across the threshold, and to your delight, you have walked into a forest. And the forest has like, it's warm, but there's a moist in the air, like the forests have that moisture. It is, to your surprise, cacophonous. It's got bird song. It's the good cacophony. It's got bird song. There's a little stream, and the stream is just noisy. It's a brook, it's a stream, and you hear it. And there's a little breeze, and the leaves make their sound. When you step, there's a crunch to the earth, and it's all very pleasant. And I want you just to find, maybe there's a little rock somewhere or a place, an opening where you can sit and just be in the middle of this all. Breath in. Exhale. And then just so gradually, I'm going to have you kind of in your mind's eye, you leave that rock, right? And you're here again. You're on your mat in your beautiful home, and we're all together in our modern technological way. We're all together again, and you're going to move your hands and your feet. We've actually been together the whole time. And begin to resurface. Come up to sitting. And as you come up to sitting, you could turn your audio back on since this update.